Hi there, it's Carol from Cape Cod Cottage Gardening, coming to you from Cape Cod, Mass. Zone 7A. Today, I'm going to attempt to build a hinged row cover for this bed right here. This is where I plan on putting my brassicas, and I really want to keep the cabbage moths and everything off them. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I got the idea from James Prigione, who has the gardening channel everybody knows on YouTube, and also Susan in the Garden, who I just adore her channel also. So I'm going to attempt to do a hybrid of the two styles that they did and kind of make it my own. Let's see how it goes. So I think that everybody knows that I'm planning on trying to do a square foot garden in my vegetables this year. So in order to do that, the first step is I have to delineate the squares. So what I did was I just went ahead and I marked off every 12 inches along the whole bed. And now I'm going to attach, just for now, I'm just going to use twine. Where's my twine? I'm just going to use this twine to delineate the beds. Is this a permanent solution? Probably not, but it's what I have right now, so I'm going to use it. Question number 2, should I use the wimpy stapler or should I go for the big guns? You know I'm going to go for the big guns. This might be overkill, but I'll see how it goes. Here we go. I don't know if you could see in that time-lapse picture, but the big guns may not work out. It actually broke one of the strings. The pressure was too much. So I am going to try the regular stapler, but I really want to use the big gun. So, I'll try. So I did end up getting all the squares done. I did use the big gun. The regular stapler just would not penetrate this pressure treated wood. So the next step is to build a frame all around the bed. On this step, you want to have your long pieces on the long sides. Then what I'm going to do is going to measure, can't really see down here. I'm just going to measure the distance between these two and make a cut, and down at do the same thing at the other end and put them in and nail everything in place. That's step 1. Let's go do that now. I'll go make the cuts. So the next step is to screw down the long pieces. So the long ways pieces. I'm just using screws. I decided I have the 2.5s and the 3s, and I just measured it, and I decided I'm going to go with 3s just to give me some extra support. I never plan anything. I just kind of look at it, make my best judgment, and go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and put in these 2 long pieces. I did video with it, but then my compressor came on, so I had to reshoot it. So this one's already attached, so I just have to do that one. Let's see. Just going to make sure it's nice and flush. These boards are warped, of course, because that would be too easy if they weren't warped. So I'm just going to sit on it to make it stay flat. And I probably should pre-drill these, like a little pilot hole, but I'm lazy. Oh, shoot. This wood is really hard. Maybe I should pre-drill. There we go. Just took a second to bite. There we go. All right, so I'll continue and get this all battened down, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so I had to switch to an impact drill because the regular drill just wasn't penetrating this wood. It's really, really dense wood, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's because it's pressure treated. But so I put the 2 long pieces in, and then I measured the distance between that long piece and this long piece, and I went in and cut it. Unfortunately, my saw is way into the garage, so it's a little bit of a walk, but so it fits pretty good. Make sure it's just all even. This board is really warped too, so I'm going to try to sit on it and straighten it as I drill it in. Let's see how we do here. Don't move on me. There we go. Pretty good. One more on this side, and then I'll just put a couple more in to secure it. And then we'll be on to the next step. There we go. So now I'll just put a few more in and I'll do that end and I'll come back and show you what the next step is. Okay, so now I have the top layer. So if you remember correctly, the bottom layer, the long pieces went with the long side of the bed, and the short pieces went with the short side of the bed. On the top layer, you want to do the exact opposite. You want the long pieces at the short ends and the short pieces in between like that. And the reason is because this is going to hinge and it's going to lift either this way or that way. I haven't decided yet, but you want the hinge to go into the short piece. You want it to go in, you want it to, I don't know how to explain it, but trust me, I listened to James Prigione and he told me to do it on the short end. So that's what I'm doing. So the hinges is going to go in that end over there. So the only hard part is now I have to toenail these into each other. I guess I could take the camera off and show you closer. I really am bad at toenailing, but I'll give it my best shot. Okay, so let me see if I can do a little overview for you holding the camera so it'll be a little easier to understand. So see the bottom piece is long, it goes the whole length. And then the top piece is shorter. So you want that so the joints overlap like that. And also you want to put the hinge on this part so when you're lifting it up and down, this doesn't twist. Do you know what I mean? You have that whole length to support it. I hope that makes sense. I'm just doing it because that's what James Prigione said to do. So that's what I'm doing. And now the challenge for me is, because I'm bad at it, is I have to toenail. So I have to actually put the screw that way, diagonally into both pieces of wood. I'm not good at that. I am definitely going to do a pilot hole first. Okay, so I got the top layer all together. We had to toenail it to get it together, but I am going to buy some like really long screws and go right through the ends. I'll show you like down. I'm going to go right through here all the way through just to make it more secure. Does that make sense? So the next step is you're going to put these little caps, these little things. I'll have to put a parts list maybe in the description. See these little caps? You're going to put these in the corners. So you're going to, I haven't decided if I'm going to do 3 hoops or 4. I never gave you the dimensions of this box. This box is 3 feet this way and 8 feet this way. So most people do 4 by 8. I did 3 by 8 because I'm short and I don't want to reach. So now you're going to cut a pilot hole in here with the drill. Right in the corners, right. Oh, you can't see. Shoot. Let me see. I'll show you over here. They're going to go right here. So you're going to you don't want to put them right to the very edge because I might want to put another hoop, so I'll have a double hoop like James Prigione did. So for now I'm going to put them right there. So one there, and if I want another one here, depending where I want my hoops, here and here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so here you can see that I have 2 there, 2 in the middle, and 2 at the end, and we've already put one of the hoops up. So then you just cut the PVC pipe to the distance you want. For me, I wanted it to be really tall. I wanted it to be about 36 inches because I'm going to put Brussels sprouts in here and they get really tall. So I made mine kind of high and that's what I wanted. So now you just cut 3 pieces like that and you just put them in. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you this part. Before you insert both sides, you want to put 3 of these T's. So this is 3/4 on this side and a 1/2 inch on this side. That's what you want to put. I'll explain why later. So I just want to give you a close-up of these T's. These are 3/4 inch on this side and 1/2 inch on this side. But I couldn't find the ones without the threads. See how that has, let me see if I can make it focus. That has threads inside. So I had to buy these little connectors. So the smooth side's there. So I just had to buy this extra piece. If you can find the ones without the threads, you don't need this piece. Okay, so I skipped a part and I'm really sorry. But after you get your 3 hoops up, like that, then you're gonna take the piece of PVC, the long piece, and you're gonna just put it in one side of this T post, bring it all the way to the end and just measure. to make the right length. Make sure you measure it just a little bit long so you can shove it in like that part. So that's what we did. We did 3 of these pipes. We want one on the top, and then we're going to put 2 in the middle to kind of show you what it's going to look like. And after you put them in, then we're going to drill a pilot hole right here and put a screw through just to keep it from sliding back and forth. And you're going to do the same thing here and on the other side too. So as you know, this is a learn as you go project, as is all my projects. And we put the screw in the end here, and then I started thinking about it. If I put my greenhouse plastic over that, even though it's not sharp, that could after time rip it. So I'm going to have Mr. Hubby take it out and put it up to the bottom instead. So I'm going to do that, put it up to the bottom. Okay, so the whole frame is done. We did put screws in. Instead of doing it in the end, we did it underneath. And then we did additional ones also. A lot of times people, I think the other people just put tape, like taped it this way and taped it this way. We put a screw in and we put it on the underside. One there, one there. So let me back up so you can see. So there's a screw right in here, a screw at here, and a screw in there just to hold it rigid. So now I am going to put insect, because most of the season this is going to be covered just with insect cover. And if I want to just drape over greenhouse fabric, I can also. But for the permanent one, I'm going to have insect cover. So I'm going to try to do that now. Remember when I told you I would show you the good and the bad? So the insect netting I bought is 6.5 feet wide. I thought that was going to be plenty big, but then when I made these taller, I was like, oh, I want them taller without thinking about my insect netting, so it doesn't fit. So the workaround we're going to do, I'm going to pull it down and we're going to put two fern strips like that and just put it on top. We'll see if that works. So here is the almost finished, about 95% done. We did have a little dilemma that the insect cloth did not fit because I made the tunnel too high. But we made a workaround and we have it working now. But as you can see on this side, we have one furring strip with the insect cloth just barely coming out because we wanted to try to stretch it as much as we could. On the other side, when we stretched it across, it didn't reach. So what we did, though, we had a workaround. I was so upset, but we figured it out. What we did was we just put a furring strip on the bottom to bring up the height, and then we just sandwiched it with another furring strip. And actually, we have a lot left over. So all that has to be done now is we have to put 2 hinges, one right there and one down that end, and a handle on the other side so we can open it. And I'm going to put some kind of eye hook on both pieces so when I open it, the wind doesn't take it. It will keep it from blowing over. An eye hook with some metal cord or something like that. But anyways, I'll give you an update when it's completely done with the handles and hinges and everything. But I'm freezing. It's time to go in, take a nice hot shower and relax and have some dinner. And also I can put, for now, I'm going to use this as an insect lock, and I can also put greenhouse plastic over it. And if I'm going to do that, honestly, instead of doing a double, like James Prigione did a double, he put some more of those little things here, and then he had like double layer. I'm just going to put the greenhouse plastic over it and secure it with bricks or rocks or something for now. So that's it. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you watching. And if you're liking the content, please like and subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye. Hi guys, I'm back. I lied. It's not the end of the video. It's the next day. I went out and I got the hinges, a little handle, a little hook and eye just to secure it. And also I got these little cable latches to put the cable so it doesn't blow over in the wind. So I'm going to do that now. Hang in there. Okay guys, I promise this is the end now. It's finished, yay! So I got the hinges on, I got the handle on, and when you open it up, I have this little, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I have this cord to hold it if you want to leave it all the way open like that. I am going to put another one on the other end just because this is actually really heavy. I used clothesline wire for this and just hooked it up. So that's it. This is truly the end. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.